Today is starting much like yesterday. Damage across city streets after peaceful protest turned to looting at night. And this is despite that 11 p.m. curfew being put into effect last night.
In fact, that order won't expire until 5 o'clock this morning. Demonstrations on Monday afternoon were much like early Sunday. Crowds gathering peacefully in several spots, including the Lower East Side, Times Square, and along streets in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn.
In Quinton Hill, there was a call for unity outside the 88th Precinct Station House. Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams among those taking a knee.
As the day turned to night, though, some groups again turned violent, breaking into stores, especially retailers in Midtown. And we already know another curfew will be in effect tonight, but much earlier. The city says people will have to clear the streets at 8 o'clock. Essential workers will still be allowed to travel. And we do have team coverage this morning, starting with Today in New York's Tracie Strahan in Fordham, where crowds became unruly overnight. Trace, good morning.
Well, Darlene, good morning to you. There were protests here over the death of George Floyd, but now those protests have been replaced by NYPD officers in the intersection here. Now you can see them remaining here after at least 200 arrests were made overnight. On every corner of this area, there are police officers after reports of widespread looting. Now let's show you some video from the Citizen app that shows crowds on Fordham Road after reports of stores being broken into. Now this happened around 11 o'clock last night. Right around that time, the curfew Mayor de Blasio put in place for Monday night was in effect. Now, a Citizen app also shows video of a Dwayne Reed on fire. Mayor de Blasio took to social media to say there were real problems on Fordham Road and Burnside Avenue. He didn't get into specifics. We now know about a scene on the 1400 block of Walton Avenue. An NYPD sergeant who was checking out a report of break-ins got out of an unmarked vehicle. We've frozen the moment of video before he was suddenly struck by a black sedan that kept on going. In response to everything that happened in the Bronx last night, we heard from Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. Took to Twitter to say, quote, in part, "This is not how we seek justice. What we saw on Fordham Road only detracts from our message of racial justice and our calls for police reform." As we bring you back live to this intersection near Webster Avenue, we do know that NYPD sergeant is in critical but stable condition at Lincoln Hospital. He is miraculously expected to survive. Again, over 200 arrests were made citywide overnight as a result of more widespread looting. We're live in the Fordham section of the Bronx. Tracie Strahan, Today in New York. We'll send it back to you, Darlene.
All right, Tracy, we appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, the area that saw the most looting was Midtown and Lower Manhattan. It was everything from pharmacies to luxury stores, even Macy's flagship store in Herald Square. The damage, unfortunately, is extensive. Today, New York's Katherine Creag, she joins us now with more on the cleanup efforts. Kat, it was just shocking to see these scenes.
And Michael, absolutely. And when we pulled up to this scene where we are, Broadway near 50th Street, we saw all of this glass on the ground there at that sidewalk. This business right here, it is actually a restaurant, but there was a TV, a monitor in the window, and someone broke the glass to steal that TV. Let's show you now video first what Manhattan looks like right now. There are NYPD officers stationed at just about every avenue and side street as part of the curfew to make sure people are not walking around or driving. More store windows have been boarded up. And then earlier in the night, we saw mayhem all across Manhattan. Hundreds of people broke the windows at Macy's in Midtown. They rushed the store and ran out with stolen goods. And let's take you to Lower Manhattan in this footage. Vandals looted liquor stores and they set fires, including a fire near the 10th Precinct Police Station House. Police have made hundreds of arrests, but many people have gotten away after looting a store. Let's take a listen.
What did you see people taking inside that Best Buy?
Everything. Hoverboards, Xboxes, headphones, TV mouses, phones, anything you could say.
Does that have anything to do with protesting George Floyd's death?
No. No, it doesn't.
Why were people doing it?
Because, you know, people are angry, and people think that because since everybody's going crazy, we could do that.
And it is quite shocking for so many people to hear what that person had to say. Numerous stores in Midtown have been vandalized and looted, including the Nintendo and retail stores, as we mentioned, around Rockefeller Plaza, and then Best Buy and Verizon stores. Also, a group of officers, Michael, and investigators left the Duane Reade here just a little while ago. It's just over my shoulder, that Duane Reade. There's actually broken doors, and people looted that store, and investigators have been here investigating the thefts. Reporting live, Katherine, Creag, Today in New York. We'll send it back to you, Michael.